Hi, Collective. I hope you're doing well. I got a couple messages here. I actually had one of these messages that came through as soon as I opened my eyes this morning. And I have the cards ready to go to shuffle out and see what Spirit wants to tell us today. But usually I pull out a couple cards before I turn on the camera to really sit with the energy. But I felt guided to not do that and to actually pull all of the cards together. So maybe there's something about a joint effort here between the two of us when it comes to the alchemy that we create when we shuffle cards and we pull them out. So when I start shuffling, perhaps set your intentions and focus in a little bit into the energy and see what you feel, and maybe that will make some kind of impact here on what kind of cards come out. Okay, so I don't know, but this is the message I'm getting. There's something about us doing this together. And even though I'm not live and I'm recording this way before you're seeing it, time is very fluid. Time is not linear. So we are here together, even though we are at a distance, even though we are apart. That's a message there for someone. You're together with someone even though you're apart. Okay, maybe that's just for some of you. Take it if it resonates. Maybe more will come out around that. I'm seeing the number 95 and 72, 11 and 51. Those might be related to that message. Also 13 and 21. Did I say that already? Okay, so the messages that I got for you, Collective, when I opened my eyes this morning, I heard the collective is full of angels. And that was such a nice message. And I just smiled right away. And I mean, who wakes up smiling? What a gift, right? So thank you for that, Collective, because that just really brightened my day immediately to hear that the collective is full of angels. Now, angels come in all kinds of varieties, okay? There's dark angels, there's light angels, there's a mix of both, which in my view is probably the strongest type of angel energy. You can take angel literally, you can take it metaphorically, but I feel like Spirit is saying that the collective, maybe this is, no, I'm hearing it's this collective. Even if this is your first time here, you're part of the collective in this moment. This collective is full of people who are tapped in, tuned in, connected to other realms, have past life memories that they're working with in the current reality. You can see things from past lives. And I have this interesting connection to the galaxies, okay? When I close my eyes, or even just now, I can really feel myself existing in the galaxies. I know it sounds super strange, but there's something similar that happens with you. Okay, it's like you have a memory of a past life or of the 5D or beyond. This is very accessible to you, and it's not just a memory as in you can sit there and have some nostalgia around this information that you have. It's an energy cord. It's the memory allows you to activate a certain energy in your particular realm that you're in. Your particular realm. Interesting. Some of you are in different realms. Such a strange message. Yeah, it's kind of cool though. It's a little bit out there. So if you're not into the out there kind of stuff, then this probably is not going to jive with you, or you could just stick around and laugh at us, and that's cool too. We don't mind. Laughter's medicine, even if it's directed towards us. We got thick skin over here, us angels. Okay, so interesting vibes, totally interesting energy. It's a little bit different than what we usually work with over here, you and I. Okay, so I heard that this message is timeless, which all my readings are, but Spirit really wanted to make that known, because typically when I write things down in this book, I put the month that I'm recording it, but I put timeless, recorded in July 2024. And there's something about a message being recorded, or a message that has been recorded, that you're accessing. I heard no one knows you better than you know yourself. So some of you are coming across someone who feels like they can tell you a lot about who you are, or perhaps this is a medium that you're going to, and they're telling you things about yourself, and it's not clicking, it's not resonating, and you need to tap into that knowingness you have of yourself, because like Spirit says, no one knows you better than you know yourself. But I feel like for a lot of you, this is like a friend. I'm hearing a best friend, a family member, a love partner who's trying to tell you like who you are in a way that you don't understand. So sometimes the people closest to us really have great insights into things in our shadow that we can't see, or our ego that we're just unaware of. And it's amazing to hear those insights, because we can really start to work on ourselves and see ourselves from this observer perspective, and have a better, well-rounded view of what makes us us. But then there are other times where people just project their insecurities, their fears, or maybe even their hopes and beliefs onto us, and that's how they see us. Sometimes people will project beautiful things onto us. They'll see us as angels, let's say, and in fact, we're not being very angelic in a moment or something, but it's like they really want to see that part of us, so much so that they disregard all the darkness that lives within us. And everybody has light and dark. So maybe someone's seeing you as totally love and light, and you don't have any access to other realms and the darkness and etc., but it's like you do. Okay, so you're not one-dimensional, you're multi-dimensional. And so just remember that people might only see what serves them in a given moment, and that's okay. On the record, something has been overexposed. And now when this came through, I saw a photograph that was overexposed. And so in the tarot world, in tarot tube, whenever we hear something like something's being exposed, it's generally a message that something's coming to light, something that's been hidden. It's going to clear up some confusion for us. And so we typically regard exposure as a positive thing. However, in this case, the overexposure is like, I don't really know exactly what Spirit's saying here, but it's kind of like something has been worked on too long, okay? It's like been left to process too long. So much so that it's like the information or the image or the download is like blowing out. Like you cannot see it anymore. It's just leaked right out of the frame. It's like you cannot see something because you've been working on it too long, or somebody's been working on it too long. And then I saw a dark room, and Spirit gave me this image of a dark room as a metaphor for how we see, how we use our intuition and our psychic abilities. And in the dark room, of course, it's dark, right? There's no light, and any kind of light leak will create an overexposure. It will ruin an image. It will ruin information. It will ruin what we've been working on and cultivating. So you have to be very careful to keep things dark. Okay, so this is a metaphor for going within and also honoring the sacred feminine in your process of intuition and psychic abilities. So tapping into that receptive energy. And also, I'm just hearing this. I don't know. It's for someone. Check your receipts. I don't know. I don't know. Okay. I feel like that's part of the overexposure, though. It's like this other information wants to come through and disrupt your process by trying to show you something over and over again. Okay, it's like, and a receipt is typically printed on white paper, so there's something about that light coming through again that could ruin your process. I don't know what this is all about. It feels very metaphorical. So you're in a dark room. You need to be in a dark room with no light in order to develop your sight and to see what has already been captured and recorded by Spirit. So think about a literal dark room when you have the image and you have it in the solution, it's in the tray, and it's slowly processing, and it's like the image slowly comes into your sight. It slowly comes into vision, the information there that was captured. Okay? And so you need to be patient with something, but you also need to treat that process Well, you need to make sure the conditions are right. So some of you who are doing some kind of spiritual work, maybe this is even reading your own tarot cards, it's like you have to make sure the environment's right, the conditions are right. Like things have to be put together in a certain way for you to really see what it is that spirit has captured for you to see. Okay? And then, of course, in a dark room, there is a light, right? There is a red or amber or reddish orange light that is used. And so there's something about the color red that is significant. And red can symbolize protection. Red can symbolize the root chakra, safety, and grounding. So let's get into the cards and see what else comes through for us collective with this message from Spirit. So tell me about the energies that we're working with, Spirit, when it comes to this message. I kid you not, reddening. And I felt like, I got to tell you this, guys, because I felt like 1111. I wanted to pull these cards on camera because when I got this message, I'm like, what are the chances the reddening card comes out? And sure enough, here we are. Yeah, so this was some smoke. Interesting. Okay, so there's a lot of energy. Hold on. Part of why this has happened the way it has, this process of me waiting to pull these cards on camera with you and getting you to set your intentions, is to show you the power of collective magic. Okay? Yeah, because we made this happen here. Okay, we made this happen, meaning that we set the right conditions in this reading with our attention, with our attunement, with connecting with one another across time and space. We set our intentions so much so that the right information could come through, and what Spirit has already captured here for us to see is now being developed for us. Do you get what I'm saying? Does that make any sense? Then we also have blood, another card full of red. So the reddening and blood, and then we have smoke. And if you don't use the proper light in a dark room, maybe it's a red light, but it's a little bit off, it's not the right, temperature bulb, then you can get a kind of like fogginess or smokiness on your image. So I feel like we got a big message here, guys. We got a big message. Let me take a second. Let me slow down the energy a little bit and have a look and see. I feel like Spirit is saying that there's something in your blood, like your bloodline, or this might go back to your connection to those other lifetimes that you have, that is part of the setup for you. Like it's part of what's required in order to receive the messages, something in your blood. There's something about like you are able to receive some messages that are different from other folks, I'm hearing. I hardly ever use that word, so that's interesting. From some other folks. And so you have to be careful about contamination, because when other energies that are connected to other realms or forces or karma, when they come into the picture, they can start to contaminate the purity of your connection to source by introducing some kind of uncertainty And that can affect the reddening process, the developing, the processing process of receiving your information. Does that make sense? It's not like these other energies are bad. They're just different. Oh yeah, okay, so this goes back to something else I received last night, which was, and this has been a message that's been popping up in the collective, multiple collectives. It's that there are like these tricksters around that are wanting to be associated with those who are in the know. And they're very creative in how they pretend to know things. Okay, that's the best way I could say it. 16. Maybe that's a number associated with this person. I'm hearing with this image. I don't know. There's like energies out there that are wearing a mask, okay? Acting like they are in the know, maybe spiritually, or maybe this is at work, in a relationship. I don't know. But they're acting like they're in the know. They're in the fold. They know how to develop a picture. They know how to work in a dark room, etc. But they have no idea. But they're doing a very good job pretending. Okay, and so this is something to be aware of. I'm going to take a look at the blood card and the reddening card, and then we'll get some more out here on the table. Let's look at reddening. Number 15, interesting, devil card. Yeah, so this really is about working in the dark. And I don't mean that in a negative way. I mean going into your subconscious realm, tapping into your dreamscape, doing your shadow work, not being afraid of the unknown, not being fearful to not have all the answers all the time, okay? And being open to transformation. Life force kundalini. And it also says blood here for the reddening. The reddening indicates a full expression of the work. Everything is alive. The heart pumps, the cells celebrate, and blood sings its way through the body. What was dormant has been awakened. What was once considered base is now noble. Aches and pains are integrated. Shadows are acknowledged and interwoven. When the reddening card appears, it signifies health, power, a climaxing of the work, a coalescing of what has been learned. The laboratory is no longer separate from the alchemist or the work, but the three are now one. What occurs in the body is reflected in the world and vice versa. Through the process of reddening, we move out of the head and into the physical body. More specifically, we reach the heart. It is there that the alchemist finds the sacred ingredients of power and kindness. I feel like this is a party I'm hearing, a celebration. This message is a celebration for those of us who have really been in that dark room for some time, developing all the photographs, capturing all the information from spirit, processing things metaphorically, and staying true to the process. I keep getting that word. Like trust the process, staying true to the process, honoring the right conditions, making sure the space is sacred. Like, I feel like spirit is coming through with this message to say congratulations. Little angels in the collective, big angels, little angels, medium-sized angels. Like, congratulations. Okay? But just because we've graduated on some level, doesn't mean that contaminants don't lurk outside of our dark room. There are energies, entities that want in. Okay? And maybe there's a time and place to let those folks, again, come in. Those folks come in. But as of now, we should enjoy what we've developed, We should see what we can see. We've worked long and hard, and now we're hanging those photographs up, you know, with the little clothespins, and we're looking at them, and we're assessing the information that we have received. Okay, there's something about us curating the next timeline together. This is exciting. Yeah, so there's a collective of people. Maybe it's in your own life with your own friends. It doesn't have to be like a tarot collective. It could be your family, your friends, whatever. But it's like you're curating something together because you've worked very hard on it. And so now's like a very delicate moment. And if an outside energy comes in that is not of the same ilk as you, then it introduces a little bit of fog, a little bit of smokiness. You know, things get overexposed. Interesting. So once again, it's not to say that these others, well, there are some pretenders, but then there's others who are just working in a different way. Okay? Yeah. I'm hearing, no, let's leave that actually. Let's go to blood. The pulse, physicality, the body. Lots of emphasis here on the root, on the body. Okay, so this is like an integration of mind, body, soul. And it's interesting because I just did the pick a card on that. So, and as I was doing it, I thought it was a little bit strange how I was separating out the energies from the mind, the body, and the soul. But Spirit's saying now those are like not only connected, but they've fully come together as one. Have no fear of the blood card. It indicates a remembrance of the vital mammalian, oh my goodness, this is a word I've never said actually out loud, nature of our existence. Drop by drop, this sacred elixir reminds us that we are alive, not merely thinking beings, but being beings. When blood is the prima materia in the laboratory, the alchemist uses the physical body as the starting point, building a relationship to the container that houses the spirit. Through the limbs, the organs, the cells, we witness the miracle of life, one heartbeat at a time. Eventually, the alchemist naturally partakes in practices that support and nourish blood life-giving nature. We learn to honor and protect it. In alchemy, red is the color of vitality and radiance. With this card, you've dropped into a vital realm. Sing the body's praises. Okay, so it's very important, guys, that right now you honor your body, okay, what your body's been through. You acknowledge the energy that you're storing in your body in different places. You allow yourself to feel the lightness in your body as well as the density. Okay, this is a time to really love what your body can do and what it's done for you. There's a lot of spiritual information that's out there that really emphasizes or advocates for disconnecting from the body. Okay, and that's not the way. Okay, that's not the way at all towards ascension or higher levels of consciousness or reaching some state of nirvana or just being enlightened. You are meant to connect deeply to your body. Your body is so wise. Like the actual physiology of the human body is it's remarkable. It's nothing short of a miracle, the things our bodies can do. And so we must treat our body with divine reverence in the same way that we choose to treat our soul and even our mind, which of course is the body as well. Okay, so there's something about loving your body, even the parts that maybe you wish you could change or you don't really like now's not a time to harp on yourself about all that and get down on yourself. Now's a time to thank your body, okay, and be with your body and maybe find out what it can do. Push your body a little bit in a kind way, right? Like do something physically that you haven't done before. And maybe for some of you, it's sitting still. For others of you, it could be going on a hike. I don't know. For others of you, it could be laying in a tub of water. Interesting. Oh yeah, like the image, right? Like the dark room, laying in a tub of water. Cool. Okay, so there's something coming, there's information awakening in your cells. This is where the blood comes in too. Yeah, it's like this rose. You're opening up here. The multi-layers of your self are opening up and receiving information. And I mean this like kind of literally, like cellularly. And so if you connect in and tap into that, you'll be very aware of what your body says to you when you're in the right place versus the wrong place, when there's good people around you versus people who are not good for you in your system at this time. Your body will tell you, but first you have to connect deeply with your body and love it and thank it in order for you to have that community, or communion, I should say, with your body. This is so cool. Okay, it's so beautiful too. Let's get one of these cards here for the collective. I don't know how much longer we're going to go because I feel like we got the message. Yeah, maybe just a few more cards. Sweet flag. Number 15 again. Okay, let's see. That came through too. I think it was in Virgo's reading. 15 kept coming through, I think. Brightener of colors. Sweet flag is an old friend, a deep and impacting ally. Sweet flag comes forth when we have become diminished within ourselves. If you look in the mirror and are not sure who the person looking back at you is, call on sweet flag. When you find yourself not easily able to plant your feet on the ground, find your way to this plant friend. If you feel a low but sustained anxiety rippling or are easily upset, swirling into the ethers and spiraling into places that do not serve you, sweet flag calls you home. This plant clears your head like ice-cold water. What else does it say? It says it rinses your body and clears it. Anything else? Moves unwanted things and lets more of your whole self go where it needs to go. It clears the way for your thoughts, actions, and desires. So Spirit is saying here there's something that you need to focus on. And I'm hearing retrograde. Maybe this is about all the retrogrades coming up or that we're currently in. That will help you. Those retrograde energies are a helping force for you at this time. There's something about those energies that will get you to focus on something that allows you to clear metaphorical, energetical, and actual toxins from your system. So maybe this is a past hobby that you're getting back into, or an old friend you're reconnecting with, or you're going back home to visit your childhood neighborhood or house, or there's something you're doing related to like a retrograde, something coming back around that is going to help you release some stored up energy that is making you feel a little sluggish and low. You're coming out of a place of fear and into a place of brightening up. I also feel like surrounding yourself with red or just color in general is very positive for you. There's something about graffiti coming through here. Okay, I don't know. Let's see the energies supporting you, collective, at this time. What can you tap into? What energies can you tune into to help you in this process? And maybe so you can just celebrate your accomplishments thus far. Warrior. Angel warriors. Angels. I can't. Spirit. Warrior and angels. Wow. Can we just sit here and look at these cards and smile together? I'm telling you. That's you. So that's the energy you can tap into. Angels are fierce, okay? They are. I mean, look into angels and like from all different talks and walks of spirituality. You know, angels are fierce, angels are warriors, and angels are full of love. I don't know, what else do you want me to say about this, Spirit? We have the Nine of Pentacles. I feel like you've been liberated from something. You're free from something. And you also need to know that like you are sustained, you are protected. And it's because you have this energetic cord and access to this lifeblood, I'm hearing, memories or information from other realms. It's like you know what to do and when to do it. And you're going to be all right. Yeah. And you don't need to go around announcing to everyone, like, I'm an angel warrior. Because let's face it, there's people watching this right now who are like, these people are crazy. What's up with them? So you don't need to be announcing it to everyone, unless, of course, that's your job. But just hold that knowingness inside, okay? Hold that knowingness inside. And visualize your wings, I'm hearing. Visualize your wings. Okay. We have healing herbs that came through for Virgo. Maybe there's some kind of herb that you're working with right now that would be really important, that is really important for you. Okay, let's also see the challenging energy for the collective. What is it that challenges the collective or is an obstacle, something to be aware of? Clairvoyance. Okay, give me a couple more, or just give me one more on the table here. Healing stones. What is this? I need one more. Shadow work. And a tarot card, please, Spirit. Ten of Pentacles, Nine of Cups, and the Three of Pentacles. Interesting. Is that the message? Okay, there's a few messages here. The first thing I'm getting is like, what could be challenging you is again this outside energy that's kind of like trying to tag along with your crew, with you. How do I say this properly? I don't know, Spirit. Two of Cups. Yeah, it's like they're trying to be like you or liked by you, but their intentions are wonky. I don't know if they're bad, but they're wonky. Ten of Cups, Death. I don't really feel like they have the collective's interest at heart. It feels like this person or these people or this energy tries to get you to go outside of yourself to seek answers, tries to get you to leave the dark room to get answers. There could also be somebody here who wants you to rely on them for your spiritual ascension. Okay, maybe they create some kind of codependency, or they seem like they know, or they present themselves as if they know way more than you know, and that they're the like shaman guru that you need to go to, when really like you're the warrior angel with all the answers inside of you. You know what I'm saying? It could be that, but it feels almost a little bit more subtle. It feels like someone really wants to be clairvoyant. Somebody is doing everything in their power. Maybe they're collecting a lot of like magical tools or something, or they have like a lot of different things they work with. I don't know. They're trying really hard to connect to you, or just to connect in general. They could be doing lots of shadow work. And it's not to say that this person can't connect or that they don't, but it's just not at the same stage as you. And it's like they want to be a partner, be equal to you with the Two of Cups. I don't know really what else to say about this, Spirit. Can we have some advice on this? I'm hearing, you know it when you see it. Six of Swords. Yeah, it's like immediately when you catch wind, or like you just kind of sense that this person isn't really who they say they are. And maybe it's not like psychically, maybe it's like clairvoyance metaphorically. It's like they believe they know what the next forecast is for the stock market, or like I don't know. Or maybe it's like they think they know where the relationship is going, but they really don't. Or it could be that kind of metaphor here. It's like, but you sense that there's something off about this, that I don't know. It's like somebody playing dress up almost. It's like they're faking it till they make it. And maybe they will make it, but right now they're faking it, okay? It's interesting. And when you pick up on this, maybe you hear it in their voice, maybe it's like just their aura, or maybe you do catch inconsistencies in the things they say, contradictions, or just things that don't make sense to you. It's Spirit saying just detach mentally. Like, don't allow their thoughts to become your truth. I'm just going to trust that you know what I'm talking about there. This could be someone from the past, or someone you grew up with who's reconnecting with you, or trying to convince you to do something. Could be someone online, the star, yes, somebody who has a lot of clout in some way. It could be many different things, okay? Could be someone at home. So just, you don't have to do anything drastic here, other than know that you do not need to take in whatever they're saying as your truth. Okay, take what they say with a grain of salt. Be critical, have a healthy skepticism until you feel like you can fully vibe with this energy, whatever this is for you. Okay? It's a little bit complicated, I think, and different. Like, there's different scenarios here. So trust your intuition. Should we get a closing message? I feel like that's all I want to do here, because I truly feel like this was just like a big congratulations to you. So let's see. Hollow bone, teachability fell out. Let's get one more. Well, we got a few. Straddling worlds, wandering between realms. Benefactor, grace and generosity. And dream thief, refusal of the call. Interesting. So I feel like here Spirit is saying that somebody was trying to pull you away from your calling, and you refused to listen to that, okay? There was a dream thief in the mix. You know how many people have told me out of the course of this channel's life so far that like I'm cuckoo, that I don't know what I'm saying, that I'm gaslighting people, that I'm like really a dark demon from the underbellies of hell. Like, I've heard it all, right? Like, and most people online have heard it all. And so many energies, entities, and even beyond this channel, like even in my personal life, have tried to pull me away from something that I am clearly called to do. And I said, screw you. Screw that. I don't care. No, I'm not listening to you. And I feel like you did the same in your own life. And you told these people to back off, okay? And there could have been a time where you were going back and forth, straddling between like, maybe I don't pursue this thing that I really feel called to do, and I just go into where everybody else thinks I should do. And Spirit said, no, you listened. Teachability. Spirit taught you how to listen and rewarded you each time you did listen. Okay, so let me see. I'm going to read the benefactor, but I just want to peek in on the hollow bone since that came out first. Where's our book? Teachability, humility, being empty so the wind of spirit can breathe through you. The hollow wing bone of an eagle is a flute for the shamans. The appearance of the hollow bone invites you to become empty of your notions of who you are, to check your ego at the door, and to know that this is not about you. And that is what you have to do, is to know that your calling is not about you. You are called, even if it's to be like a painter, a photographer, a teacher, a nurse, a gardener, whatever it is that you feel this desire and calling to do, and it's like that calling won't leave you alone. It's not just for you. It is for you as well, but not really just for you. It's for the highest good of all, because there's something you're creating in that experience that will serve all. Okay? So you have to get out of your own way and let Spirit do its work through you. Your higher self knows, I'm hearing. Relinquish your need to be right and to express an opinion, and this will not change, as this will not change anything right now. You are being called to practice humility. Hollow yourself out and hear the wind blow through you and play you like a flute. You will learn the language of the squall and the storm and understand the message in the summer breeze. There is an important communication waiting for you. Humility is the swiftest path for you to become like hollow bone. Yeah, and it says drop all notions and titles that bolster your ego. And as I'm giving you this message about you being warrior angels, like this is a message that can go straight to the ego of some. And some will show up like, I am angel of blah, blah, blah. And I've been like, this is not what Spirit's talking about. Your affiliation with angel warrior energy is not an identity that Spirit wants you to take on and turn into an ego personification of your strength. Interesting way to say it. Okay? This is like, you are one of many. Unique and beautiful as you are one of many. The collective is full of angels. Full of angels. The first message I received. Not one angel, not two angels, not you are so unique and different than all the rest and it's just like you that I'm... No, the collective is full of angels. And that's a beautiful, beautiful thing. Okay? So yes, be careful about the ego that wants to get in there and be like, oh, I am... I don't know. What can I say there? Okay, no jokes. Spirit says no more joking. Okay. Eliminate the doer and allow things to happen of their own accord. Remember that you can accomplish most anything if you're willing to let something else take credit for it. That's what I was saying too in the beginning. 444. It's like it's our collective magic that's creating this message. It's not me. It's collective energy. It's Spirit that's operating through all of us. And that's amazing. Hollow Bone has come to caution you to believe only 50% of what others think and only 10% of what you think. Trust your experience, not what you have read in sacred books or holy texts. Yeah, that's what I'm saying here with this with this energy, with the dream thief and clairvoyance, and it's like they're trying to get you to believe something in a very specific way. Okay? This will allow you to turn apparent danger into opportunity. Remember that you are an insignificant grain of sand in the grand scheme of life, and as important as the brightest sun. And then we have this card, Benefactor, Grace and Generosity. And this card, I'm not going to read it, but this card talks about beautiful things coming back to you. The things that you put out into the world, into the universe, whether it's energy, thoughts, words, actions, magic, love, whatever it is that you put out that is beautiful and that is for the highest good of all, it will come back to you tenfold, my friend. Tenfold. And maybe even more. For 10 years or more, I'm hearing tenfold for 10 years or more. Okay? So you keep doing you. Congratulations, everyone. I love you so much. And I'll see you next time.